Commander Zethka's three eyes widened in horror as he stared at the small, crying creature in the containment pod. The tiny human child, no more than 5 Earth years old, pressed her face against the transparent barrier, tears streaming down her cheeks as she called out for her mother. Grix, Zethka's voice trembled with barely contained rage. Tell me you didn't. The smaller alien shifted nervously, his scaled hide rippling with anxiety. Commander, the specimen was unguarded. I thought it would be valuable for our research into human physiology. They're so primitive. What harm could one small one do? What harm? Zethka's roar echoed through the ship's corridors, causing several crew members to freeze in terror. You absolute fool! Do you have any idea what you've done? The bridge fell silent except for the child's soft sobbing. Grix looked around confused, noticing how the other crew members had backed away from him as if he carried a plague. I don't understand, Commander. It's just one human child. They're not even a spacefaring species. Not spacefaring? Zethka laughed bitterly. They put 12 of their kind on their moon using chemical rockets and metal tubes. They've been to the edge of their solar system with unmanned probes. And you think they're not dangerous? He activated the main display, showing files that made Grix's blood run cold. Images of human soldiers, their faces painted with camouflage, carrying weapons that could punch through Zethka's own armor. Videos of human rescue operations in impossible conditions, diving into freezing oceans, climbing impossible peaks, running into burning buildings. Look at this, Zethka continued, his voice dropping to a whisper that somehow sounded more terrifying than his roar. This is what happens when you threaten a human child. The display showed grainy footage from a security camera. A human female, barely reaching the shoulders of the armored soldier surrounding her, fought with the fury of a star going supernova. She moved through them like liquid death, using their own weapons against them, her small size making her nearly impossible to hit. The timestamp showed the rescue had taken 17 minutes. 17 minutes, Zethka repeated. That's how long it took her to eliminate a squad of Vorthan raiders who had taken her offspring. The Vorthans are 3 times our size, Grix. 3 times! The child in the pod had stopped crying, having noticed the adults gathered around her. She placed one tiny hand against the glass and spoke in her small voice. "Want Mama?" Grix stumbled backward. But she's so small, so fragile." "That's what makes them dangerous," Zethka said, pulling up more files. "They don't just fight for survival, they fight for each other. They have a concept called family that extends far beyond genetic relations. And children." He paused, looking at the little girl who was now humming a song to herself. "Children are sacred to them." The ship's communication system crackled to life. "Unknown vessel, this is Captain Sarah Chen of the UES Retribution. You have 30 seconds to return our citizen before we demonstrate why stealing human children is considered the galaxy's worst mistake." Zethka closed his eyes. Through the viewport, he could see the sleek human vessel decloak. It was smaller than his ship, but he knew from the intelligence reports that human ships were built for one purpose: to bring their people home. "Sir," his communications officer reported, "we're detecting 17 more human vessels on approach. They're broadcasting on all frequencies. Something about no child left behind." Grix finally understood. "Commander, what do we do?" Zethka looked at the child, who had started singing softly to herself, then at his crew, then at the approaching fleet that would undoubtedly turn his ship into cosmic dust. "We return the child," he said simply, "and we pray to whatever gods we believe in that they show us the mercy we don't deserve." The little girl looked up at him through the glass and smiled, completely unaware that she had just summoned the fury of an entire species to her rescue.